It's all about the Intercontinental Championship. You gotta wonder if Roddy Piper is gonna keep by the rules. We know he's always got a few tricks up his sleeve. Bret Hart, who won his first Intercontinental Championship last year, comes face to face right now. These two bridge their noses, eye to eye, with the current Intercontinental Champion, Roddy Piper, known as the Hot Rod for a reason. You've got a Hitman and you've got a Hot Rod. This is sure to be a classic. And both of these men with amateur backgrounds and eventually would work their way in to the World Wrestling Federation. And now they are here at the Showcase of Immortals to find out who is the better wrestler. And Bret got caught off guard early on by the Hot Rod as these two tie up once again. Oh, and Bret this time gets the better of the Hot Rod. The Hitman keeping a close attention on the movement of the Hot Rod. And, oh, you're seeing the amateur background come through here with that takedown and keeping your opponent grounded. But the Hitman was able to counter, sending Piper to the outside onto the floor. Oh, and now the Hot Rod has become hot as he's absolutely lost it, as he just spit at Hart. And now wants to do a test of strength with the Hitman. They're going to do a bit of a test of strength here. And who is going to get the upper hand in this situation? We're going to say who's the tougher superstar in this situation. Oh, and a great counter. But it's a counter for counter now. Bret maintains control on that arm as he now punching on the arm. Roddy Piper trying to force a break on that with a chop. But Bret is not letting go of the wrist control that he has. Once you get wrist control and you're able to hold on to it, that's a great strategy. Work on your opponent's wrist. Try to keep them grounded, but it's Piper who's able to counter, sending Bret into the corner. But the thing is, Bret's still holding on to that wrist and just slamming Piper into the mat. Has that vice-like grip on that hammerlock on Roddy Piper. A man who's held a golden glove. You can call it amateur, but that is just another significance of toughness for the Hot Rod as the Hitman went for a drop kick, but seems to have landed hard on the shoulder. Could have torn something, broken something. Bret could be in serious trouble. Oh, little bit of possum. He just duped the Hot Rod and almost got away with it. But Piper able to kick out. And Piper just slapped the Hitman across the face, to add more disrespect. And now this is where things really start to pick up. And the Hitman side headlock, but the hot rod breaks free. Oh, look at this. 360 up and over. Both are taken out on the outside on the floor. I don't know who got the worst of that exchange after getting hung up on the ropes. And the hot rod, the first man back into the ring. And the Hitman trying to work his way back up to his feet. There's a lot at stake. How generous. The hot rod holding open the ropes to allow Bret to get back into the ring. Great sportsmanship. It's almost like he's being nice. Perhaps building some trust. Looking to try and build some trust with Bret in this match, showing that he is going to be a true sport about this match. Oh, telling Bret his shoelaces aren't on. Oh, it was all a ruse. It was all a ruse just to get a cheap shot. What a right on the Hitman. Playing it cheap. First you reel him in, thinking you're trying to be an honest man. Go for a second attempt at it to really convince, and then lay in the haymaker. And that's exactly what Roddy Piper just did. Driving Bret Hart face first into the turnbuckle. What a match this. Oh! What a stiff shot. That was rough. And a running bulldog to the face of the Hitman. I think the Hitman's been busted open. And now pulls the leg back on the cover. Bret's been busted open. And now you can see all the blood on the canvas. There's blood all over Bret's hands. Piper's got the wound of his enemy on him. The blood of the Hitman is on the hot rod. And he sends Bret Hart into the turnbuckle across the way. And that'll do damage to the spine. What a knee to the face to add more damage to the injury. Keep that wound opened and open it up more. As Piper stays in the attack. Pulling Hart back up with another wicked shot. Right to the open wound on the forehead of the Hitman. Bret counters, sunset flip. The shoulders are down, but only enough for a 2 count on the hot rod. And once again, returns to these punches, showing that boxing background. And goes for the cover, but only enough for a 2 count. Bret showing great resilience right now. After losing quite a bit of blood, to say the least. It's quite a significant amount of blood. What a forearm with added momentum, sending Piper to the outside. Bret showing he still has fight left. It's signs like that he's just sending to let the people know, let the hot rod know he's not done. Both men go down. Piper's leaning against Bret. Is that a cover? No, the shoulder's up. You saw the shoulder up. There's no 3 count. You saw the shoulder was up. It seemed like it was a head cover, but the shoulder was up. Had to double check myself there for a second. But Piper really needs to stay on his game. And now Roddy Piper is going high as he heads up to the top turnbuckle. Bret realizes what could happen and gets back up to his feet. And Bret driving Piper face first into the mat. And an inverted atomic drop. Bret starting to rally a bit here. Look at the snap on that suplex as Bret with a lateral press cover. And again, it's another 2 count. But stays on the attack with a Russian leg sweep. And again, it's another 2 count. But every time Bret goes with a cover, Piper has to exert force and energy to kick out. And that'll make it that much easier when it's time for Bret to get the 3. Piper's been laid out. Bret is just oozing blood. He's got a crimson mask. Looking for that sharpshooter. May have wasted a little bit of time. Oh, and that elbow lays out Piper. Bret heads up to the middle turnbuckle. Looking for a second. Looking for that second elbow. But Piper gets the boot up and catches the Hitman in the face. Could this be exactly what Piper needs to retain his Intercontinental Championship? And a shot. These two in a slugfest in the center of the ring. It's all about the Workhorse Championship, the Intercontinental title. Bret looking to stay in control. But Piper sends the Hitman into the official. Now the official's been laid out. And a clothesline from Piper sends Bret to the outside onto the floor. And Piper not too far behind, not wanting to waste any bit of time on an attack on the Hitman. And face first, Bret went into those steel steps. And Hot Rod has something devious in mind. I mentioned earlier, is he going to, play a little dirty, or is he going to keep it clean tonight? It seems Piper's going to play dirty. Piper, in all literal sense of the term, is going to ring the bell of the Hitman with the official ring bell. I don't even know if Bret knows what's about to happen, or if he even knows where he is as Bret collapses trying to pull himself up. When have you ever seen Piper hesitate? Piper having second thoughts. You never see Piper hesitate like this. What is this all about? Why in the world isn't Piper using it? He's hesitating. The crowd here at the Hoosier Dome showing a great deal of respect for Piper, who chose not to use the ring bell. And now turns it into a sleeper. But Bret counters using the top to turn it around. And he's got him. He got him. Bret got him. We got a new Intercontinental Champion. The Hoosier Dome going wild for the Hitman. Roddy Piper just snatched that Intercontinental title from the referee. Bret, who's sitting down, blood pouring down his face, exhausted. Piper stands above with the title and lays it on the shoulder of the Hitman. What respect from Piper, who extends the arm and lifts Bret back to his feet. And now putting the title on the newly crowned Intercontinental Champion. Talk about a classy move from the Hot Rod. Let's get a look at the closing moments of this. Climbing the ropes. Look at the leap up to the top turnbuckle. Hooks Piper deep, making sure the shoulders stay down. Hugging it out out of a great deal of respect for each other and the show these two just put on. What a match we just saw between these two. Tonight was Bret the Hitman Hart's night as he became the new Intercontinental Champion.